Stop scrolling for a moment. I'm Sarah from Senior Vitality, and what I'm about to share may not only help you, it could help someone you love. If your mother, father, husband, wife, or grandparent has ever said, "I'm just getting older," after a restless night, this video is especially for them. Because many heart problems don't begin with dramatic chest pain, they don't begin with an ambulance, and they don't begin with a medical emergency. Instead, they often begin with small warning signs, quiet warning signs, that appear while you're sleeping. Signs that millions of older adults experience every single week. Signs that are often dismissed as, "It's probably nothing. I'm just tired. I'll talk to my doctor next time." But sometimes, those small nighttime symptoms are your body's way of asking for attention. And the earlier you recognize them, the more options you may have. So let's start with the first warning sign. Welcome to Senior Vitality. And before we get into the signs, if you find this helpful, hit subscribe. We cover exactly these kinds of topics every week, and the next video in the series is already waiting for you. Sign 1. Waking up short of breath, with no obvious reason. The first sign is waking up in the middle of the night feeling short of breath, even though you weren't doing anything physical. You were just lying there, sleeping. This has a medical name: paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea. It happens when fluid that builds up around the lungs during the night causes a sudden feeling of breathlessness. And it's directly linked to how efficiently the heart is pumping. Many seniors describe it as suddenly feeling like they can't get enough air, sometimes waking up mid-gasp. Some assume it was just a vivid dream or anxiety. They take a breath, feel better, and go back to sleep. But if it's happening regularly, even once or twice a week, it is worth paying attention to. If you have a parent who mentions waking up feeling breathless at night, don't let that detail get lost in conversation. It matters. What to do? Try sleeping with the head of the bed slightly elevated. If this happens more than once a week, bring it up at the next doctor's appointment, or call sooner if it's severe. Sign 2. Heart pounding or fluttering when lying still. Feeling the heart beating in an unusual way when you're lying quietly in bed. Not from exercise, not from stress, just out of nowhere. A flutter, a racing sensation, or a beat that feels like it's skipped. These are called palpitations. Now, most people notice their heartbeat more at night simply because it's quieter. That alone isn't concerning. What's concerning is when the rhythm feels wrong, irregular, too fast, or like something briefly stopped and restarted. In adults over 65, frequent nighttime palpitations can be an early sign of atrial fibrillation, an irregular heart rhythm that significantly raises the risk of stroke. Many people with AFib don't know they have it because it often comes and goes quietly. If your parent mentions their heart doing something funny at night, that phrase is worth taking seriously. What to do? Note when it happens, how long it lasts, and whether there's dizziness or shortness of breath at the same time. Write it down. That information is extremely useful for a doctor. Sign 3. Waking up 3 or more times a night to urinate. The one most people miss. And I want you to really hear this, because it's almost universally misunderstood. Most seniors, and most of their family members, assume that waking up multiple times at night to use the bathroom is simply a normal part of aging, or a prostate issue, or drinking water too late. And sometimes, those are the reasons. But here's what most people don't know. and what changes everything. When you're sitting or standing during the day, fluid naturally pools in your legs. When you lie down at night, that fluid redistributes through the body. If the heart isn't pumping efficiently, more fluid accumulates in the lower body during the day, and when you lie flat, the kidneys work overtime to filter it out. The result? You're up several times a night to urinate, and you don't know why. The sign that makes this significant isn't nighttime urination alone, it's the combination. Waking up 3 or more times to urinate and noticing that your ankles or feet look puffy or swollen by the end of the day. That combination is a pattern cardiologists specifically watch for. If you have a parent, a spouse, or a friend over 65 who complains about waking up all night, please share this video with them. They almost certainly don't know that this could be connected to their heart. Most people never make that connection on their own. What to do? Pay attention to ankle swelling in the evenings. When you see a doctor, mention both symptoms together. I wake up 3 or more times a night and my ankles swell during the day. That combination changes what the doctor looks for. Sign 4. Waking up exhausted, even after 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Sign number 4. Waking up feeling completely drained, even when you got what should have been a full night of sleep. Heavy, foggy, like the sleep didn't do anything. When the heart isn't pumping blood efficiently during the night, the muscles and organs don't receive the oxygen they need to recover. The body spends the night working harder than it should just to keep circulation going, and you wake up feeling like you never rested. On its own, fatigue has dozens of possible causes, but when morning exhaustion becomes a consistent pattern, and it's combined with any of the other signs in this video, it becomes a meaningful piece of the picture. Dad seems so tired lately, even when he sleeps. Mom wakes up and she's already exhausted. If that sounds familiar, it's worth paying attention to. What to do? Start noticing patterns. Is it every morning? Only some days? Does it come with any of the other signs on this list? Write it down. Patterns are what doctors need. Sign 5. A persistent dry cough that gets worse when lying down. Sign number 5. A dry, persistent cough that no cold remedy fixes and that seems to get worse specifically when you lie down at night. This one is dismissed constantly. It gets blamed on allergies, a lingering cold, dry air, or, very commonly, it gets written off as a side effect of blood pressure medication, which can sometimes cause a dry cough. But a cough that appears or worsens specifically when you're lying flat is also one of the classic early signs of fluid building up around the lungs because the heart isn't pumping effectively. Doctors call it cardiac cough. It's one of the most under-recognized symptoms of early heart failure in older adults. The detail that matters: the cough improves when you sit up or elevate your head and worsens when you lie flat. That directional pattern, worse flat, better upright, is the signal. A regular allergy cough doesn't usually behave that way. If someone you love has had a nighttime cough for more than 2 to 3 weeks and they're not currently sick, this is worth bringing to a doctor. Tell them specifically that it worsens when lying down. That single detail changes the clinical picture entirely. What to do? Track the pattern. Does the cough start or worsen when lying flat? Does it improve when sitting up? Report both observations to a doctor, not just, "I have a cough." Let's go through all 5 one more time, quickly. Sign 1. Waking up short of breath at night for no clear reason. Sign 2. Heart pounding, fluttering, or feeling irregular when lying still. Sign 3. Waking up 3 or more times to urinate, especially when paired with ankle swelling during the day. Sign 4. Consistent morning exhaustion even after a full night of sleep. Sign 5. A persistent dry cough that gets worse when lying flat. One sign alone may not be enough to worry about, but 2 or more of these together, especially if they're consistent, is your body asking you to pay attention. Please don't wait for it to feel dramatic. Your heart works every single night while you sleep. These 5 signs are its way of asking for help before something more serious happens. Before you leave, think of one person over 65 who should know these signs. A parent, a grandparent, a friend, someone who might be waking up at night and calling it aging. Send them this video today. It takes a few seconds to share, but it could help someone recognize a warning sign they would otherwise ignore. That matters more than most things you'll do today. And if you want to keep watching, the next video in this series covers 7 morning warning signs that doctors say you should never ignore after 65. It's already up, and it's linked right here. Subscribe to Senior Vitality so you don't miss what's coming next. We'll see you there.